Hi, third grade families. It's Tammy Hoover, and I just wanted to talk to you today about the planner that has gone home with your kiddos over the last couple of days. Um, this planner, just so you know, is going to be used every single day. And it is going to be our way to communicate back and forth between home and school. And they're going to use it in every single class. So it's really important that they keep up with it and that they bring it every day to class. And I highly encourage you to look through it, every night or, a few times a week with your kiddo. So when you open it up, on the cover, you're going to notice this is your child's conduct sheet. And first of all, the planner will be kept in that front pocket of their expandable binder, so that's where you can always find it. The conduct sheet is where we will tell you about your child's day. And so if you don't need to sign it every single night, but right here on Thursday is a column that you can sign it once a week, just showing us that you looked at it. Now, we do encourage you to go ahead and take a look at it every night, but we only need your signature on Thursdays. This is a way to let you know how your child's behavior is during their school day. And, the teachers were pretty much all on the same page that we are very busy in third grade, going from class to class and all these rotations, that if we take the time to sign your child's conduct sheet because they are struggling with their behavior at school, it's to the point that we feel like we need to communicate with you that there is something going on. We don't have time to sign a planner just for every little thing. Please know that if your child's binder has been signed or your planner's been signed, that they have probably had several attempts for redirection from their teacher. They have had ample time to change that behavior, and it's just either ongoing during that entire class period or it's ongoing for a handful of days, and it's just to the point that they're not wanting to change that behavior. And so sometimes letting mom and dad know is kind of the time, the final straw, like, okay, we need to let mom and dad know that this just is not clearing up. So we do ask that if we sign your child's planner, that you have a conversation with them and that you do take it seriously, because it's either a big event or they've had they've been told and they are just continuing to not want to change that behavior. Just so you know, if they get their planner signed 3 times in 1 week, we have on Fridays every other Friday we will have what's called reward recess, and those are for the kiddos who all week long have shown Bobcat behavior. They've gotten their assignments done in a timely manner, they've completed homework assignments, and they have behaved well in the classroom, and we reward them every other Friday with an extra recess. If your child gets their planner signed 3 times in 1 week, then the consequence is going to be that they will be missing that reward recess as part of their time to kind of work on correcting that. If it's a week that we do not have reward recess, then on Friday your child would be serving what we're going to call a lunch detention. If they get their planner signed 3 or more times in 1 week, then Friday they would serve a lunch detention. If we don't have reward recess, they won't miss both things, but depending on what Friday it is, then we would have them sit at lunch by themselves and kind of just do some really good thinking and take that consequence for not changing their behavior. Let's see. Okay. So another thing, I really encourage you over these first 6 weeks of school to really help your child and go through the planner, go through the binder, and kind of help your child stay organized with all their papers and things like that. Talk to them about, if there's a grade on it, clearly that paper doesn't need to stay in the binder for another 2 or 3 weeks. Homework assignments would, but the reading log doesn't need to be shoved in the back. It needs to stay in its reading spot. If it's a math page that they're working on and they're going to need it in class tomorrow, we want to make sure it's not tucked in here somewhere. We want to make sure that it stays in the math section. So, and that they're over several weeks, their binder just doesn't start exploding with papers. So, these first 6 to 9 weeks, I really encourage you to go through your child's expandable binder with them and help them to start that organizational process. It'll make life a lot easier for you and them and us here at school. Another part of the planner that I wanted to show you was, oh geez, sorry, wrong one. My apologies. I had this one paperclip. Is that every day for each content area, we are going to have your child copy down basically a quick glance of the assignments that we will be doing in each class. So this is a great way for you to, go over with your kid. If you want to know what they're doing in each class, read the planner. If you want some questions, I know my boys, when I say, what did you do at school today? Nothing. To eliminate that, you can go through and be like, oh, tell me more about, the school tour that you took, or tell me more about getting to know your teacher. What did that look? What's a kindness helmet, and so it kind of gives you some more ways to question your child to kind of get some more information out about how their day was. Also, we will put any like special reminders or assignments or reading homework due tomorrow, or tomorrow's rare red day, just whatever, early dismissal tomorrow. We might write special notes in there as well. So again, a great way for you to have communication back and forth to school and know what your child's doing. If you notice when you look at this that it's not all filled out, or maybe they started and then they didn't finish, then it's probably that your child is not using their time wisely at the very beginning of each content area to get that information written in. It's literally going to be on the board ready for them to go first thing when they get into each class, and all they have to do is just copy it down in the right section. So if you're noticing that they're not getting it completed, that's definitely a topic that you might want to talk with them. Let's see. Sorry, I've got my notes. We did a quick rotation today, Thursday, the second day of school. We did just a quick rotation just to make sure everybody's schedules were correct and they knew where to go. Tomorrow will be our first full day of rotations and getting to know their rotation schedule and content teachers. And we will help them along the way, and we'll help them Monday. And they pick up on it like super fast. It's really exciting to see them do that. As far as the expandable binder, any notes that you want your teacher to see, put those can come to and from school in that front pocket of the expandable binder. When I taught first and second grade, I definitely had time in my day to check each kid's binder and go through the folders and pull out any notes that I had in lunch money and things like that. And to be honest, in third grade, we don't have time. Literally, they come to homeroom, announcements go, they unpack their stuff, and they go right away to first rotation. And I just do not have time to go through each kid's binder in my homeroom to find lunch money and return notes and order forms and things like that. So please do us a favor. If you're going to put lunch money or a form that needs to go to the office or to us in that binder, or a change of dismissal note, please, please, please show your child and say, give this to your teacher, and put it in their binder. Don't forget, when you let them out of the car, don't forget to give that note to your teacher, so that hopefully when they come in, they will remember as they're pulling out their planner and give that to us. But please don't just put it in there and not say anything to your child and assume that we will see it, because it is very possible that we will not see that. And then with rotation starting tomorrow, if you have a question about a certain content area, we really encourage you to go ahead and directly reach out to that teacher. I teach language arts. So if you email me, even though I'm your homeroom teacher, about math, I'm not going to probably know the answer to that particular math question or that math assignment or what's going on in math class. So if you email me, I'm just going to have to forward the email on to Miss Harvey, and she's going to have to get back with you, or I'm going to have to give you her email. So it's just, it eliminates me as the middleman to not know the answer, to just go straight to them. And the same thing, if you email Miss Harvey a language arts question, about spelling, what are the spelling words this week? She's not going to know that, and so she's going to have to email me directly. Of course, if you just can't and forget, it's fine, but we really encourage you to email the content teachers. If it's a regular general school question, what time is lunch? Stuff about the field trip, how can I help out, or so-and-so's going home a different way. Absolutely email your homeroom teacher, but specific content questions, try to get used to reaching out directly to that teacher. I think that's about it. we've had a great first week of school. So I hope your kiddos have been excited when they come home with smiles on their faces. And if they're like us, they're probably a little tired too. So hopefully they're getting to bed early. And hope you have a great weekend. And look forward to getting to know your kiddos even more this year. Have a good night. Go Bobcats.